Hello friends, how are you guys doing? Welcome back to my channel. This is the weekly update on Dow Jones Index, the Nasdaq and the S&P 500. I have marked the resistance and support levels. So the latest resistance which I have marked over here is the 29,531 for Dow Jones Index. And that's what I would like to tell you guys. So this was the Fibonacci we had drawn earlier. Now it has surpassed that Fibonacci level, and it has the broken the previous highs, and it is just kind of sustaining over there. But it is very much near the 8 and the 13 moving average, but far away from the 20. So it has to, either come back or, consolidate over here so that the 20-day moving average goes near it. And once it consolidates, then it can continue the uptrend. If the market corrects and it falls, the best buying levels for the futures trade or other options trade will be like, the for buying it will be the 26 409 level. So we have to keep that in mind, and how far it can go up, that we can decide by a new tool which I have started using in my video. Like, I have not used it before. I use it personally a lot, but I have not used it on YouTube. I'll do it this time. So there are two things which we can do with Fibonacci, apart from the retracement. Actually, there are a lot of things. There are like 15 different things which I do with Fibonacci. That'll be a very long video. I'll draw it do it some other time. But right now, like, I'm going to do the Fibonacci extension first. So I'll take a low point. Okay, this was the low point we had taken earlier. I'll take this, I'll take a high point, and then again I will take a low point. So this will give me a target. Yeah, the Dow Jones, if it has to keep going up, it can go up to, like, 32,700. So that can be our first target if it resumes the uptrend. Okay, now this was the extension. Okay, extension of the trend. Now, how, we can think of something different in Fibonacci. That's Fibonacci projection. Okay, how do I use it? I use it with I'll use the low point. I'll get the new high point actually, and join it back. Actually, I'll take it here actually in a different way. So actually I have to take it back to this point, but if I take it back, then I'll overlap everything. So I'll extend it over here so that you guys are not confused with anything. So now we have a projection. If it continues the uptrend, then it can go up to this is the level which will be the first target if it continues the uptrend, 32,704. If it continues further uptrend, then the other target can be 34 600, you can say. Okay, over here it says 34 628, so that can be the exact target, but I have marked the line so you get the big picture over here. So this is about the Dow Jones Index. Now let's go to the Nasdaq. It has also closed above its resistance, and it's showing a lot of positivity, but it's far away from the 20-day moving average. So either we should see some consolidation over here, or we should see a breakdown. Or if it consolidates, and then it can move up and it can keep going up till whatever times the market makers or the big players want to keep it up. It's up to them. Now let's draw the Fibonacci level, and now we're going to use Fibonacci extension as well as a projection. So we had taken this point as the low point. I'm drawing extension right now. Okay, I'll take a low point over here. This was a low point. So according to Fibonacci extension, the first big target it can go up to is, like, these are the small targets. I'll tell you the biggest target it can go up to is 13,932. Okay, so we can draw this. This is the max it can go according to Fibonacci extension. Now let's draw Fibonacci projection. Okay, I'll use this tool. I'll connect it to the new high. I'll take it back again. I have to join it over here, but since you guys should not get confused, I'll push it on the other side so that we get a very clear picture of what's going on. Now it can even go up to 14,400, the Nasdaq. So these are the important levels we can think of. Other levels are, of course, 13,206, 12,637. So if you want to play big, like if you want to buy here and it's showing good uptrend, then buy for the big targets. Okay, and what happens if we are totally wrong, and then we're keeping a stop loss? We should keep a stop loss over here, just a few points below this, and if it hits, let it hit. The reward over here, buying over here, is big, and the risk is less because we'll keep a small stop loss and we can hold for a big target. Okay, so this is what I wanted to convey in this video about Nasdaq. Now let's go to S&P 500. Yeah, these are the two targets if you want to take a screenshot. Now let's go to S&P 500. Okay, now this again, it's interestingly is close above the resistance, so I don't see much of a problem unless and until if it breaks off this and comes down. It's pretty near the 20-day moving average, unlike the Nasdaq and Dow Jones, so I don't see any problem over here unless and until it breaks it, because it has kind of retested the breakout and it again taken support and gone up. So now let's do the Fibonacci extension. Basically, Fibonacci extension is a 3-point technique. Okay, this is the first point, the low, and the top, and then the intermediate low which it has taken. So this is the point. Now let's see where it can go. Max, it can go up to 4,066 if it keeps rising, and people want to keep buying. I don't think so that's going to happen, but market right now is pretty irrational and it wants to go up. We won't stop it, but if we buy, we have to buy with a small stop loss, and if it hits, it hits. So just remember that. Now let's do the Fibonacci projection. So in this, it's a 2-point technique. One more thing I would like to say: some people call Fibonacci extension projection. Some people call it by different names. Some people confuse it between these two. But like for me, the 3-point thing is the extension, and the 2-point connection is the projection. So we're going to project and see what with the latest high. The latest high it has made over here, and again go back. But since we can get confused with what's going on, so we'll move on the other side so that we get a target and we know what's going on. So this is one more level which we have to keep in mind. This is one more target. if it keeps rising like a mad horse, which can happen, the big target for which we can play is the 4200, and another big target is before which will come before this is 4066. Okay. Other targets are like 38, 80, 81, 37, 37, 36, 35. So you can go for those two. But if you buy here, dream big, keep a small stop loss. Risk is less and reward is high. Now, if we have to go short, we have to wait for the trend to change and then we go short. We can't just assume that things are going to go bad and we're going to have a lockdown or something, because that's not a good thing to do. So let's leave it at that and just focus on what we have at hand. So these are the things which can help us getting the future targets, and we should focus on what's going on in the indices, and we can take a trade safely with these. Please do your own analysis too. This is my analysis, and I like to do things technically more than fundamentally, although I do use the fundamental technical analysis both. So please consult your financial advisor before taking any trade, and if you have any doubts about this video, please let me know. And thank you so much again for coming to this channel, and I'm really grateful. Please leave a comment if you like this video, and subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed. And if you have subscribed and not hit the bell icon, please go ahead and hit the bell icon so that you get the regular updates about this channel. Thank you so much.